All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the Nerds Boys podcast. This is episode one. My name is AK. This is the inaugural episode, so we plan on telling you everything. This is our podcast is about pretty much everything nerd. I can't talk today. Everything nerd, movie related, pop culture. Nothing nerdy is off limits. So we're just gonna go in a circle, and everybody's gonna introduce themselves. We're gonna start off with Crono.
What up, though? This young Crono, aka the Tarcotton God, aka Young Bass God, residing from Detroit, Michigan. How y'all doing today?
All right. Then we got Mr. Skyz himself. Go ahead, Skyz.
What's up, guys? This is Skyz. I'm glad we're starting to do this finally. AK's had this dream for a while now. We got the crew together. I'm just excited about getting this going and really making this happen because it's just going to be a fun place for everyone to be, and I'm just stoked, guys. I really am.
Right, last but certainly not least, Mr. Rabbit himself.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Rabbit from Minnesota. Just excited to be here with the fellas, having fun, doing what we do, and having y'all listen.
Great. So, as the first episode, how it goes, it's gonna be rough, but we're gonna go through it as we can. I think we should start off with interest in everything and what we're all about, and let people know who we are. As I said, my name is AK. Benton Harbor. It's a little hick town here in Michigan. I'm like 3 hours away from Crono. I'm like an hour away from Skyz, and Lord knows how far away I am from Rabbit. I never actually found that out. But I'm a gamer first, a father, a fiance, soon to be husband, but I think for the most part I'm just a chill dude. If I had to just narrow it down to anything. How about you, Crono? You want to let everybody know about yourself?
Alright, well, as I said, I reside in Detroit, Michigan, the greatest city, Motown. I'm a gamer, big advocate in the FGC. Right now, I'm big on Mortal Kombat. That's my thing. I'm also a student. I currently go to Henry Ford College. I'm trying to get my degree in graphic design. And that's pretty much about me.
All right, Skyz.
What's up, guys? There's not a lot to say. I grew up in the same town that Aaron did, and lived there for most of my life.
My government name
recently
already,
moved. Dang. Sorry, AK. So I lived in the same town that AK did most of my life, and I mean that's pretty much me. I'm a gamer at heart. I don't really do much outside of work, and that kind of thing, and hang out with the boys. So that's all I really do, guys.
Hey, Rabbit, I'm gonna switch this up on the next topic. But Rabbit, go ahead and introduce yourself and let people know about you.
I have a daughter, dad, love video games. I love playing sports. I currently manager, so that's what's up. I just like to have fun with friends. Play poker. But
Play poker way too much.
I'm gonna say he's addicted to poker, but I ain't gonna judge.
Yeah, we ain't gonna hold you up on that.
Oh boy, yeah, we'll get more into that later, I'm sure. But that's just a little bit about me at first.
Okay. All right. So since this how we all met was gaming, I'm thinking that should be our first topic. And as far as that goes, what are you guys playing right now? New pickups and stuff like that. What are you just gaming on right now?
I mean, we all kind of been lobbying DBZ lately. Them fighters been taking the sleeves off of AK and Rabbit recently. I mean, the undefeated champ.
Okay,
Lies.
What about y'all? What y'all gaming on?
Nah, I'll go with it. So I've actually been touching on Monster Hunter World. No,
Okay.
I'm really feeling that game. I really think it's a great game that is kind of underrated within the gaming community. Even though people so-called hype it up, it's not getting the acknowledgement of a great game that it is from where I see it. And then also, like I said, I play Mortal Kombat. I'm that guy, the Tart Cotton God, aka Thanks Ugly God. Let me know, boys.
Oh boy.
And we
To
just
touch
say,
on that Monster Hunter, I do like Monster Hunter. I think he's right. I was just a little bit disappointed with the DLC, but that's a topic for another time.
See, I can't say that because I enjoyed the DLC. It's better than some games that's been put out here.
You're right.
Yeah, the only bad thing I have to say is the reuse of monsters, just changing the colors and calling it something.
Yeah,
different.
that was my biggest problem with it. But I mean, you know, only got limited time to do a limited amount of stuff unless you're releasing a whole nother game and not a DLC. Like, I understand both sides of it.
Yeah, for sure.
okay. Anybody done picked up any new games recently? I know we done got Skyz into Pokemon again.
Boy, I done threw it back to that 2010 young little god that I was, listening to Coming Up J. Cole and playing them nasty Pokemon games. No, for real though, I recently decided to pick up a 3DS XL, and I'm playing Sapphire now. And I gotta say, it's nostalgic, man. You know, it brings me back to, like, you know, my younger years when, like, you know, I used to play the game, and I was like that kid that, like, nobody else really, like, I guess played Pokemon like I did. So I wasn't that kid that had, like, a group of friends and we were, like, cable linking and trading and stuff. Like, I was on that solo grind, bro. I was, like, trying to, like, figure out, how do I catch this Pokemon? How do I catch that Pokemon? You know, and it's kind of crazy
That's
now.
the hard part, because even with that, you got to trade to get all the Pokemon. So
yeah, exactly. So, like, I mean,
from the beginning.
yeah, exactly. So, like, now, like, the 3DS makes it so, like, easy to, like, trade and stuff, even though some of these people be stingy out here with what they trying to trade. But yeah, that's my new pickup. I'm loving it, honestly. You know, I picked up that 3DS XL for pretty cheap, and I mean, it's just it's a throwback, really. Like, I couldn't be more happy with it. It's like an on the go kind of, you know, it's a switch up from my normal competitive, really, like, nature with games.
See, mine is a little bit different because I've actually picked up Final Fantasy 12.
Okay.
Which is a classic Final Fantasy, and actually playing it, looking back at some of the hate it was getting back in the day and playing it now, that game is amazing. I hate to say it, that game is amazing compared to, like, 13 and 15. It blows 13 and 15 out the water. And just the battle system, how it translated over to Final Fantasy 14 Online, another Final Fantasy that I love to death. That game is nostalgic. It's amazing. I will honestly put it in my top 5 Final Fantasies.
You
Bro,
know what
I ain't
they say?
even...
You know what they say? Hindsight is 2020.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, bro. I have never dived in a Final Fantasy. I have never touched that game, and so many people are gonna give me flack for that. But it was just not. It wasn't on my radar when I was younger, bro, and it just hasn't been on my radar since. I don't know. I know a lot of people love that game, but I've never dived into it. So,
nah,
Who's gonna start? Go ahead.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna be a trigger warning. So, if you do listen to this podcast, trigger warning, please. I don't think Final Fantasy VII is a top 5 Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy
Controversial from the beginning.
I see.
Boy,
Crono wants it.
No,
He want all the smoke.
Let's be realistic. Final Fantasy VII is a story of a person with split personality disorder. Let's be honest about it. Cloud has split personality disorder. You got a whole half of the game thinking he's that. Like, come on now, my guy. Really? Who cares about Cat Sif? Who cares about that character? Like, come on, my guy.
I mean, I think it was the first like political I can't talk today. Polygon driven RPG, and it was on the PS1 where like everything was major hype back then because we were like, oh my god, these look real. And we go back and look, man, I thought it when Tekken came out. We thought that was like real life. Probably showing my age.
Wait. This is a real talk. Would you play? This might be a little bit off topic from our next topic, but would you play Chrono Trigger or would you play Final Fantasy VII? Which one is better in your opinion?
I've always been an advocate over style over realism. Like if you go back and look at some of those like Okami still looks good today. Freaking Beautiful Joe still looks good today. But if you go back and look at something that was supposed to be somewhat realistic, which was what around that same time, Resident Evil 4 doesn't really keep up. I think when you design your games off of like actual design, that's why people can go back and play Mario and Sonic because it's not quote unquote realistic. I think that's when we but that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Have those triangle titties on Tomb Raider, you know what I'm saying?
The triangle titties, boy.
Yeah.
Man, 100%.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to put a rated R on this.
I know.
I'm already on it. It's already rated R.
What about you? Have you picked up anything new?
Anything new? No, I just been playing the same couple of games over and over again. I think Fighter Z is my newest game, but that's not even that new, to be honest with you.
Right, we've been playing that for a little bit. We pick it up, set it down.
Yeah, I usually just I go through like spurts of games I play. Like Rocket League is probably the only consistent game I play on a consistent basis.
Oh, we can't bring that up in here. I'm about to get a little too hype.
Oh boy! But every other game I have, it goes through like a cycle. Like I have Diablo 3, I got MLB The Show, I have Black Ops 4, and those games just kind of like go in a rotation of like what I play for that time and how much I play it. So it's never really a new game. It's more of an old game coming back and like, hey, I want to play this again. That's how I am.
As an ex-Overwatch addict, I completely understand that. I only play Overwatch now for the skins. I ain't gonna hold you up.
The skins are dope in Overwatch. Skins are dope.
Overwatch sends me through my roof, like through my anger ceiling. Man.
Oh, yeah, we should tell the story about that, huh, Joe?
Leave Doofus out of this. Leave Doofus out of this. That was in our dark days. We're gonna speak.
Me and Joey gonna speak on Overwatch. We gonna have to do that.
We do not see eye to eye.
Y'all dropping these governments already. We might as well just get rid of the aliens.
No, we're gonna have to clean it up.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and move into the main topic of today, which is the PlayStation 5 finally has a release window, not a date, a release window, and they're touting it to be coming out holiday 2020. What do you guys think of that?
Who cares? Who cares? I'm gonna be real. Another trigger warning. Bang, bang. But anyways, who cares? It's releasing. So we all know when PS4 drops, PS3 drops, all the titles that's going to come in is probably a PlayStation exclusive and then remakes. I'm going to probably wait like maybe a couple months before I pick it up for them to drop better games onto the systems or games I'm looking forward to on the system. But who really cares of it dropping the holiday 2020? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's probably going to be sold out and a higher price because of the holidays anyways.
I'm going to be honest, there's a few redeeming qualities about it. Like, I mean, some of the stuff that they're reaching for is pretty it's a prayer, honestly. Like if they're going to promise us all the things that have kind of been speculated about the system, like, I mean, yeah, like in all reality, like that'd be cool and all. I mean, but I mean, one of the big speculations is they're talking about 8K. I don't even think 8K should be in the topic, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, how realistic is that for almost any gamer we know? You're gonna buy a console that can do 8K when you don't even have a 4K TV, bro. You've been running the same 1080 TV that probably ain't even a smart TV for the past 6 years. Like, I mean,
that buzzword to sell it. That's all it is.
I know,
that's all
it's all about pushing it, man. It's all about pushing it, and like, and then you gotta think like, what topics are gonna, or what titles are gonna be pushing that kind of potential right now. I don't know.
I'm saying if they got 8K, somebody better reach out the screen and smack me in my face. I better feel every piece of that game, yo. When the character gets shot, I better get shot. 8K, man. Y'all out here tripping. First of all, my question is there any PCs running 8K? Is there any type of rigs running 8K that we know of right now?
I don't know. Off the
top of my head, no. And that's just a rumor. I don't know if that's even confirmed yet, but they got to find some type of thing to sell it. And they've been pushing 4K all this generation. So I mean, you can't really go back and renege on that and say, "Hey, we're doing 4K." And I'll be honest with you, the casual gamer doesn't really know what 60 frames per second is. Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But my question is,
that's the thing. They're pushing the envelope so much, and like 90. I mean, 90 is a high shot, but the majority of your gamer pool, your consumer, everyone that's going to be buying your console really doesn't care. You know, you're shooting these things out that realistically PC people care about. Console people don't care about it. And that's the next big thing. If you're going to be pushing this, like, how much is the price tag going to be on this? And y'all, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I set a price in mind. I was thinking about this. I was doing my notes for the podcast today, and I was like, what is a good price point for this system? Like, you got to take in mind, like, I don't know if you guys really read up about like the new haptic controller with like the adaptive triggers and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. Like, I think they've definitely got a cool like kind of vibe going on with that, and an idea if they can kind of bring it into mind. So they're trying to like immerse the gamer and stuff, but like stuff like that is like those promises and stuff like that is like how big's the price point. So me personally, like, I brought it to like a $499 to $549 price point. If you price that system more than $549, I am coming to the Sony headquarters and I'm smacking you. I swear to God, I am smacking you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. $500 is like a death sentence. Remember the last remember the last system that came out that was more than around $500? What was it? The PS3? When it came out, like $600 at first.
PS3, yeah, $600 for PS3.
My man walked up to the stage, said $499, and walked off like, gee, like.
Yeah, like, because it is. I feel like Sony, when they cocky, they always do stuff like that. Because they when they came out with the PS3, they just came off the hype of the PS2, which is still the most sold system ever. So PS4 is on that same wavelength right now. It completely decimated the Xbox this generation. So
but here's the thing that people are forgetting: crossplay is about to become a thing. Remember, Call of Duty just dropped today, and it's crossplay across all systems. So if that works, that's going to cut into Sony sales, because you no longer have to choose between PlayStation or Xbox to play with your friends. If games start converting over to crossplay, it's whichever one is the cheapest at that point.
But
then you got to worry about your God of Wars, your Spider-Mans, and all of that.
Your exclusives.
Go ahead, Rabbit. I cut you off.
The big reason why PS4 is so popular is because of the God of War series. Just like how for Nintendo, it's the Mario series. Like, Mario is Nintendo. Without Mario, Nintendo wouldn't even be a thing.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think the only reason Xbox has lived this long is because of Halo. And I'm gonna be honest, that to me, that's been dead for a long time. Like,
Halo 4 was the last good one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to me, the last good one was Halo 3. After that, all of those we can just dig a 6-foot hole and throw all of them in.
Get them out of here, bro. Get them out of here.
Like,
when Bungie left, that's when they lost this heart, to be honest with you.
True. I mean, but like the recent PlayStation exclusives that have came out have been phenomenal. I mean, just think of some of the titles that have came out, like The Last of Us. There's still so much buzz on that. And I mean,
that Spider-Man game is so good.
That Spider-Man is so fucking good.
I think we're gonna tie in like futuristic titles we're excited about. So that'll come back around. But The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, like they were saying, the God of War series, which I've never been a big fan of, but the games are phenomenal. They're masterpieces. There's so many like exclusives on PlayStation that are just so good. On top of I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, the user interface on the PS4, it's not perfect, but like, I was an Xbox 360 kid. I love the Xbox 360, and I switched to PlayStation 4 for a reason. The only thing that's gonna really concern me about this new console is one, the price point, and two, like Chrono was saying, what games are you giving me at launch? Like, if you're not giving me anything that I care about at launch, even if you got backwards compatibility, I'm not dropping $500 on a system to play old games. And AK and me talked about this yesterday. Like, are you dumb? Like, come at me with something. Come at me nice, PlayStation, Sony.
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
Exactly. Talk to me nice. We are not waiting around for a new gen of console for you to give me the same bullshit. Like, you throwing backwards compatibility.
To be fair, the only company that can get over on that is Nintendo, because all the Switch games are just Wii U games that didn't sell nothing.
That's true.
I don't know.
I bought a Switch.
That Breath of the Wild is changing game. That game is so fucking amazing, bro.
I ain't play it, bro. And I got a Switch, and I ain't play it.
It's so amazing, bro.
Correction, my son
I can't
has
say that. Like, that's another game that I'm waiting for. Is No More Heroes is going to drop.
Oh, you talking about that Return of Travis Touchdown? That game is so thrown on the Wii, bro. People don't know about No More Heroes.
Switch, they're making a part 2.
I don't actually know about that.
I don't either.
Look, go look up gameplay of No More Heroes, bro. That, and then what was the other one? Mad Worlds? It was like the only two. That was like the only two mature games on the Wii, and oh my god. Who were they made by? Suda51?
Mm-hmm. Yo, we might have to throw that music background when they come on. No More Heroes 2. Old girl be singing on the track, man. I'm telling you, yo. That game is amazing, but
it's not the own game.
To kind of wrap up on the PS5, I think, and this is my opinion, I think they should have waited for Final Fantasy VII and dropped Final Fantasy VII with the PS5. That would have sold. I don't think it's going to sell as much as it would if they would have dropped the remake with the PS5. Because I think that game, the way that game looks, is amazing right now. Picture everything they're saying running on the PS5 on that hardware.
This is Square Enix we're talking about. You know how long they're gonna drag that development cycle out. How long did we wait for Kingdom Hearts 3? And then it couldn't come out to be trash.
Bro, I'm not a part of the cancel culture, but cancel fucking Kingdom Hearts, bro.
I was defending that game before it came out. I was telling Joey, like, you don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Kingdom Hearts is a great series. Yada yada yada. Came out and it was trash.
Yeah, I loved 1 and 2.
Not wrong. You're not wrong. But on the topic of that, like you were saying, like, like waiting for games to release with the new gen. I think there are a couple games in particular. I don't know who developed these games, but there's a couple games in particular that are coming out pretty soon that I think whoever developed these games made a huge mistake in not waiting on next gen. And my two big ones are really Death Stranding. Now I don't really know
That's
how
been
much
in
you
the
guys
works
know
for how many
about.
years?
Yeah.
Kojima. That's Kojima,
Yeah.
man. Be careful what
Right.
you say. You know, he got some stands, boy.
Right. But Death Stranding, it's actually got a release date now, November 9th. I don't really know much about the company who's developed this game. It just caught my eye because, Norman Reedus is the main character of this game. And when the first initial trailer was released, I mean, it can't but catch your attention because you're
It was
just
a
like,
pregnant
what
man walking around with a baby. Like,
Exactly.
what is the game about?
Honestly, bro, 10 seconds in, I'm scratching my head thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
This is Kojima we talking about. Mr. Metal Gear himself. He's used to messing with people's heads.
Right.
True.
So, I mean, that one, I think that was a mistake in not waiting on next gen. And the biggest one to me, which, everyone here, Chrono, Rabbit, AK, they all know I'm not a huge story mode, single player type of gaming person. I've had some experience with a couple of them, but, it takes a lot for me to get excited about a single player game. The last one that I really got excited about was Horizon Zero Dawn, and I played through most of that. I didn't finish it, but it was a phenomenal game. It's beautiful. I think it pushed the PlayStation to its limits with what it can do. But Cyberpunk 2077, it's got an official release date now, April 16th, 2020. And I think not waiting on next gen for Cyberpunk after this game has been in the work for years is a huge mistake.
What are they gonna do, right?
Mistake. Oh, they're gonna remaster it. They're gonna Skyrim.
Yeah, they're gonna do the Rockstar treatment. They're gonna give it the Grand Theft Auto 5 because we're gonna sit up here and act like we ain't play Grand Theft Auto on the PS3 and the 360.
I mean, yeah, no, I get you. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna Skyrim the fuck out of it. I mean, it's gonna be a PS4 game, but it's gonna carry over into PS5. And the funny thing is every dumbass that buys it is gonna buy it twice, unless somehow they make it to where like digital library like is still compatible with PS5. Which I mean, I don't even know anything about that. That'd be cool. Yeah, but like he said, I doubt it. But that to me, I heard about this game from a guy I used to work with, and I'd been kind of keeping an eye on it, and it really captured my attention. And that was before like even Keanu Reeves was released as the person who was going to be, playing the face of the game.
John Wick himself.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It kind of just throws me off. Those two are two big titles. And then another one, it was actually announced today. I don't know if you guys know. I seen an article today that The Last of Us Part 2 actually got an official release May 29th, 2020.
No, it got pushed back. Originally, it was supposed to be coming out in February, and then they pushed it back. People are pissed about that. And it's not supposed to come out with no multiplayer. That's another thing. People were so hyped. Yeah, people were so hyped about that Last of Us multiplayer. They gave it to us free this month. Check it out. Man, people have been pissed about that Last of Us thing, bro.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with it on the release date for it. Last I checked, it didn't have a release date, and I came across an article today that said May 29th, 2020 is when they're expecting it to come out, which is great because, I mean, everyone's been waiting for it. But like yet another mistake. Yeah, I mean, yet another mistake. I think not waiting for next gen. I mean, you're dropping these titles right at the end of a system's lifespan, and I think when you spend that much time on a game and developing a game, especially with, I mean, PlayStation's had to have the PS5 in the works for multiple years now. You have to future think about stuff like that. Push the limits of the game. I mean, they're talking about the PS5 coming with an SSD now, instead of an actual hard drive. And I mean, the way the hard drives work is certain things that are, you know, in game sceneries and stuff. If you're playing Spider-Man, like lamp posts and stuff like that, that thing is actually copied on the hard drive like 800 times. So it's easier to read and stuff like that. So like game sizes are going to be, are either potentially going to be bigger because there's able to be more detail with an SSD, or they're either going to be smaller with the same detail because you don't have to copy that kind of stuff. And so like that, to me, it's like there's so many things that could be good about the PS5, but you just decided to just throw the game on the PS4. It really doesn't. I don't know. Is it a money thing? Like,
to be fair, Joey, I kind of gotta disagree with you on that. And the reason why I say this is look. The reason why I say this is look. The Last of Us came out on the PS3. A lot of people don't remember that, but that was a PS3 game. And when they dropped it on there, that was people like, oh my god, the PlayStation 3 isn't dead. We still got games, yada yada yada. Meanwhile, Xbox 360 was sitting there dry.
Oh, I agree. I just, in my personal opinion, I think it's a missed opportunity. With the
Rabbit a chance to talk. He's been pretty quiet back there. What you got anything on this?
Yes.
Was that for me?
Yeah.
I just been listening to y'all talk. Y'all talk too much.
Well, what do you think of the PlayStation 5, bro?
I've been looking at like the design of it. I'm a big fan of the design. I know a lot of people are probably gonna hate the design, but if you look at it, it has a V shape for like the internal cooling for it. But if you really think about it, it's a PlayStation 5, right? What's 5 in Roman numerals?
You
you know
with his
saying?
big brain over there.
Yeah.
So I really like
201 IQ place.
Exactly. So I really like the fact that they use that into their PlayStation 5. If it actually looks like this, then I am gonna be ecstatic. I'm sick of all these like dark colored systems. Like everything is dark nowadays. Nothing's colorful unless it's a limited edition one. And I'm just ready to get like a white or like a bright blue or a bright green.
I grew up off that purple lunchbox off the GameCube. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like the fact that, so it's just been a lot of dark colored systems. It just makes me kind of sad unless it's limited edition. So it'd be nice to get some color back in these systems. If it's anything like what this looks like right here, I'm gonna be ecstatic. I'm not gonna buy it when it first comes out because there's always problems with the systems. Probably gonna wait like 5-6 months to even think about buying the PS5.
Oh, wait at least a year, because every time a new system come out, it's always something technical that happens with it. Like with Nintendo's Joy-Cons, I wish we would have waited. They with the drifting and everything, I legit had to send my son Cam's Joy-Cons out to get fixed, and Nintendo fixed them for free. So like, you never adopt hardware as soon as it come out unless you're expecting to get the shortcomings of it, because we're gonna not forget about the iPhone. I forget which one it was that was bending in people's pockets, or that Samsung Galaxy that was exploding, or that Samsung Galaxy that was exploding. So I mean, I'm not a bit like, I love I love technology, but I don't like. I waited 2 years to get my PlayStation, and I don't regret it.
Yeah, I waited a long time.
I think it's definitely a smart decision. Waiting is never a bad idea.
A lot of people go, "Oh, are you gonna be behind?" Yada yada yada. But like, what games in the first lifespan of the PlayStation did I miss out on? I'll wait.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, people just wait. Let them get all the kinks out, all the updates.
Yes.
On PlayStation. Let them drop 2.0 PlayStation discount. You know how it is. Wait for them to do all that for you. Pick up your PlayStation. 9 times out of 10, the same game says it's going to be on the PS5, going to drop on PS4. So you ain't really missing anything.
Yep.
So another thing that I think is huge, and me and AK spoke about this, is Sony better not fucking play with me with giving me a 500 gigabyte hard drive this year. I swear on my fucking life.
I'm not
Do
trying to
not
hold
give me
up.
a 500 gig hard drive. Don't do it.
At least 2 terabytes, please. Like, I'm not trying to perform surgery on my PlayStation, bro. I'm good.
Right,
If I'm
exactly.
I already had to do that this year, yo.
Like, if I'm gonna do
not
that,
doing it again.
right? If I'm gonna do that, I might as well get a PC. That's what goes back to
Right.
my point with the price point. If it's
Exactly.
more than $500, I'm buying a PC.
Yeah, exactly. And if they keep playing like that, they're gonna push people towards that because, I mean, honestly, like, I mean, y'all know, I built my own PC and I went way overboard, but I spent like $2,500 on a PC, and there wasn't almost anything that PC couldn't do at all.
Then you future-proof yourself. Like, you can
Exactly,
get games,
that's
like,
future
them
proofing.
Steam sales and them Steam sales and stuff. You can get games as soon as they come out for like $40.
Exactly. So, like, I mean, besides that, I mean, you're not paying for a subscription, so you don't got that monthly fee, or however you buy it, by the year, whatever. I mean, I spent $2,500 on a PC that probably would have lasted me 8 to 10 years. I mean, it's
then when you
depending on
wanna
how
upgrade, all you gotta do is
technology
take
advances.
the part.
All you gotta do is swap out the piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
When I'm spending,
PC gaming definitely is
you
the
know.
way.
Yeah, it definitely is. But, you know, to round it back around, if I do not see every PlayStation 5 come out with at least 1 terabyte, I want 1 terabyte at bare minimum.
That better be
Sony
the base.
can,
That better be
Sony
the
can
base
kiss.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sony can kiss my fucking ass. That's all I'm saying. Because
If we gotta do
y'all know the
download
amount of
the
shuffling I do with my games on my PlayStation. I play so many different games and spurts and stuff like that, and you know, like I'll download a game and stuff like and I know what y'all are saying right now. Get an external hard drive. Get an external hard drive. I know. I haven't done it
Got
yet.
an
I
external
know.
hard drive, and I just don't like it sticking out my PlayStation like that. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Exactly.
What's up,
I shouldn't have to buy a $40-$50 hard drive to connect to my PlayStation because you gave me 500 gigs and Grand Theft Auto was 90. Like,
Right.
I mean, come on.
Then
Like,
these patches be crazy. What the last 2K patch went in like 25 gigs or something like
Last
that?
two. Okay, so I'm a 2K player, everyone. The last 2K patch was 35 gigs. And a game that's already 75 gigs. On patches that were already 75 gigs. So
That's crazy.
I'd have downloaded 5 2Ks at this point.
I mean, and when you got games that are like that, man, when you another thing which I don't know if you guys have run into, the new discs for the PS5 are going to be 100 gigabyte discs, which is great. You know, you can fit 100 gigs on a disc. Now, another thing about the PS5 that I think, if they do it right, is going to be good, is they're talking about allowing you to select which parts of a game you want to download. So the game is going to be broken down, and you know, if you get Call of Duty, which we don't fuck Call of Duty. Anyways, if you get Call of Duty and you're not a story mode player and all you want to do is play, you know, multiplayer or whatever, you can either download the whole game and then delete the story mode, or some type of allowing you to select what you download. Which, I mean, PlayStation kind of downloads them in separate parts now most of the time, like a story mode and then a multiplayer. It's got some type of 2-part download kind of thing, and that kind of is what the SSD brings around, is the availability of doing that, which I think is going to be great for storage, you know, savability. That does not mean cheap out on me on storage. Give me a fucking terabyte. That's all I'm asking.
Right. Also,
at least.
Sony, please don't make my PlayStation sound like it's about to take off when I turn this bitch on. I hate when I'm playing something that's graphically intensive, and I got a base PS4, I know. But I know people say with they pros, it's the same thing. And my girl got a Slim, and hers do that same thing. Whenever you're playing a graphically intensive game, I don't want to sound like I'm going on the loading dock. I'm good on that, yo. Like, it's so annoying.
honestly, all we need to do is call up Elon Musk and tell him to tape a few PS4s together, and he's in space, bro. I mean, it's over. It's over. I don't know why he's been developing these rockets for so long and shit like that. Just tape a couple PS4s together. You're on your way.
All right, fellas. Anybody got some last points? I feel like we should be wrapping it up at this point for the first episode.
I feel that too. I did have music on there. Did anybody have any new music that just jumped out they want to shout out?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Everyone
Please
listening
go ahead,
to
Mr.
this
Russ.
podcast.
Nope, I don't wanna
Everyone
do a
listening to this podcast, go check out Russ's new song, Best on Earth. Listen to his whole library. Listen to everything the man's ever released. If you don't fuck with Russ, well, then I guess I ain't gonna be your favorite on the crew. But definitely that new Russ song. And I've been on like a Louis Capaldi, Charlie Puth kind of feel lately. And JID's up there too. I've been listening to some JID. If you guys have never checked him out, he's on Dreamville with J. Cole. The kid's cold. So yeah, anybody else?
No?
Coda the Friend. If you don't know who Coda the Friend is, I advise you look him up. Very underrated artist. Very underrated.
A rabbit?
I just been listening to my I know I'm about to get a lot of shit for this, but I listen to country, so it's just whatever comes on the radio. That's
what it is, bro.
I just get down with
Chilling on a dirt road.
Lay back swerving like I'm George Jones.
I just get
Be
down in my
locking doors
car.
and turn them lights down low.
That's what I be doing. I be getting down with the country.
Rabbit
in my
likes
car,
Post
like-
Malone too. Don't get him wrong. I like Post. I don't know if y'all like Post, but Rabbit's a Post fan.
Cool.
So
He knows how
I
to
mean,
make.
it's not-
He knows how to make really good hooks. I'll give him that.
yeah. Post is
Malone-
good.
I've listened to a couple of songs. Hollywood is Bleeding is a pretty good song.
Yeah. His new album's pretty good. I haven't listened to it like front to back, but what I have heard of it, I downloaded it on launch. I just didn't listen to it all, but it's pretty good. It's Post, you know. I don't know yet until I dive into it whether it's going to be even close to Beer Bongs and Bentleys, but it's definitely good.
Oh, one more.
Go ahead.
Earth Game.
Oh my God, that Wells Fargo song goes so hard to me, bro.
Blue Moon.
I think I've heard that. I
sent you.
I have not.
That album
Yeah.
is so amazing. I don't care what nobody says. That album
I got
is
one.
amazing.
That Summer Walker album that just came out like a month ago, I've been vibing to that all. Man, look, if you trying to get your lady in the mood and she likes that early 2000 throwback, bro, she got a remix song. She got a remix of an old Usher song on there that goes so hard.
Hey, listen, you know I love me some Usher. Don't play with me.
And then
Don't
she
play
had
with
Usher
me.
come on the song with her, bro. I hate the album artwork. I hate the album artwork. It looks so ratchet. I don't know what she was going for. My mind went to Old Girl Off of Friday. Craig's girlfriend.
So AK be out here singing. AK be out here like at the office. Girlie love to.
Dude, nigga.
Oh boy.
I do. That's that. That album's hard, but I think that's good enough for episode 1. Anybody got any closing thoughts? Shout out to Gamer Tag.
Skyz.
Shout out to Gamer Tags or anything like that.
I do talk too much. I'm a talkative person. I don't know. Yeah, let's do some gamer tags and stuff like that. PSN for me is LiquidSkyz with a Z. My other socials, LiquidSkyz on Instagram, 3 Z's. Twitter is Mr_Mark3 or M3, so capital M and then 3 I's. Yeah, just give us some follows. Keep up to date with us. We'll be, I believe AK has a plan on launching a YouTube channel, maybe? What's going on?
Yeah, it's gonna be in the works. I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
Let Rabbit go.
Rabbit.
Rabbit, my PSN is Silly Rabbit _9, I'm pretty sure it is. My own PSN name. Yeah, Silly Rabbit _9 is my PSN name. I really don't know my Instagram or Twitter or any of that stuff. I just go on there and look at sports stuff.
But dad, you're an old man dad. It's cool.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of dads in here.
Yeah, a bunch of quick crafts for
exactly 2 dads in here. That's it.
I mean, add an extra DY
Crono?
in here, and I'm here as well.
Oh my God. So
Crono?
my My PSN is ChronoKid313. It's 2 Ds. My Instagram is Chrono_Kid. My Xbox name, because I am Xbox, my gamer tag is known as Crono, CRO. And for those that are listening to this podcast, thank you. Any support is well welcome. If you have any suggestions, let us know.
Absolutely.
We also will be making a Twitter, trying to get this pushed out as soon as possible. So if you have any suggestions, leave any comments, leave anything that you can. And thank you for listening.
All right. Well, my gamer tag is, I'm gonna just weeb it up real quick, is Urameshi Joestar _ in between the two names. My Twitter is the same thing. My Twitch is the same thing. Although I don't really be on Twitch like that. And I think that's all I want to get y'all, because I don't want to get y'all anything else. This was the this is the Nerd Boys Podcast, episode 1, and we'll see y'all later.
Deuces.
Peace.